if you really look at aftermarket, traditionally it has been treated as a necessary evil in the past, and I would say in the recent times as well, because bulk of the focus of product companies, regardless of the micro vertical, when I say micro vertical, I mean industries like industrial or automotive or high tech or aerospace and defense, or for that matter even medical devices. If you really look at it, bulk of the focus and even the revenue behavior has been around selling of products, right? But if you really look at the focus shift that is happening, is in terms of how to maximize the revenue potential once the sale is made. And it makes a logical sense because the sale is made once, but the product lasts for its lifetime, and OEM has hardly any role in terms of generating revenues through it, except in the form of AMCs and maintenance contracts and warranty and so on. So that has created a big shift in terms of how do I really look at maximizing the revenue. And the reason why this shift has happened is because if you look at the cost of goods sold in a traditional manufacturing world, bulk of the profitability gets eroded in cost of making the product. In the aftermarket context, you are not building anything, you are offering solutions, which means the profitability will be the highest. I can give classic cases where the sale of products from a revenue perspective, if you really look at it, it would have been 80-20, where 20% is on services and 80% is on product sale. But when you look at profitability or the net profit of the company, you would actually see that 60% of the profits were generated by the 20% of the aftermarket revenue. This clearly shows it makes a lot of business sense to invest more and generate more revenues through aftermarket. When our customers and the whole industry is starting to look at it, obviously from our side, we as a service provider have to really be geared up and maybe be one step ahead in terms of our thought process, because customers coming from the traditional manufacturing world are grappling with a lot of issues in terms of how do they overcome certain challenges they will be facing. Things like, hey, I don't even have visibility of the install base, then how am I going to offer services? Or I am selling my product to an OEM who is going to bake that in and sell it as a complete product to an end customer or an enterprise. How am I going to introduce my services into it and generate a revenue stream for me? So, or regulatory restrictions, like in the case of medical devices or equipment which are used in labs, there will be restriction in terms of sharing of data. Then how do I even offer a conditional monitoring kind of service when I don't have even access to data, right? So a lot of challenges, each challenge varying from industry to industry. But if we kind of do that thinking and have a point of view on it and really create an offering end to end, that is where we created that visionary framework called as ServeSmart, through which we are able to kind of envision an end to end mechanism for a customer on what can actually be achieved through aftermarket, starting from M2M IoT to big data analytics to field service mobility, to creating a complete integrated hub of all of the disparate data sources that will be there out in the marketplace to implement an aftermarket solution. So that's basically where we are driving bulk of our vision and future growth. For us, it's a big bet. So, and we believe that we are bet on the right one as well. When we looked at aftermarket as a key strategy and a vision for growth for HCL in the manufacturing space, we realized that we need to have a right partner to create a visibility in the marketplace, because this is something which an IT service provider has not put together, which we had conceptualized like more than 3 years ago. And we needed a right platform and a partner, and we got pretty excited when we saw Copperberg creating a focused initiative around aftermarket as a topic. And we have been pretty closely working together with Copperberg over the last 3 years. And I wouldn't hesitate to admit that the first one, it was us, And as one of the IT companies, pretty much we were the only one. And the second one, we saw like a few mad rush, few others kind of coming in. But in terms of having sustained faith in this particular market space and continuing our initiative in that space, we are back here in the third year. And I do see, when I look around my whole event, I do see that we are pretty much dominant and we are right here with Copperberg. So we have been consistent and Copperberg has been consistent, and that's kind of working together very well for us as partners in this space to continue to expand our reach with the customers, helping them have more belief on what they can do in the space. So we are thankful to Copperberg for that.